Good evening and welcome to TY61. I'm Ray Kidney. I went to Blackrock College and Trinity. That's why I read the news. And you listen. The headlines. New footage of test tubes being handled emerges in Tipperary. Simon Harris begs to be allowed back to school to complete his transition year. New test kits from China prove inadequate. Experimental COVID-19 vaccine given to a banana. More on those stories later. Gardaí and Curry have arrested a transition year student who broke into several takeaway restaurants. When asked in court why he went on the burglary rampage, the youth responded, "I was gagging for some curry sauce for me chips, Your Honour." The youth, dubbed locally the Tub of Curry thief, that's easy for me to say, will be sentenced on Friday. Meanwhile, the government has introduced new distancing guidelines to combat COVID-19. For more on this, we go to our bad news correspondent, George Leap.
Yes, thank you, Ray. The government has announced that although they recommend that you have a 2-metre distance, in fact, in reality, a further distance is far more preferable. This kind of distance, I mean. Now, also the government has announced that they want people not to pay any attention to these false fake news stories, such as that the virus is caused by mobile phone masts and the like. And there's also been a rumour spreading that it's being spread by dinosaurs. I mean, they're extinct, for Christ's sake. Why do people believe they what? But where? Holy Jurassic Park! This is George Leap reporting for TY Television.
George there being chased by a dinosaur. Meanwhile, in America, Donald Trump has announced yet another bizarre strategy to combat the COVID-19 outbreak in the United States. For more on this, we go to our Washington correspondent, Brian Doberman. Brian. Yes, Ray, Donald Trump furious at the reaction of the media to his suggestion that people inject disinfectant and stand in the sunlight to combat COVID-19 has taken the unusual step of himself turning into a virus. This new virus, the Donald 20, has proved very effective in combating COVID-19. Once the Donald 20 locks onto the COVID-19, it attacks the virus by grabbing it using its tiny hands and accuses it of being fake. Human trials began in Texas with early results proving very positive.
Howdy, I'm Texan from Texas, and I've received the Donald 20 vaccine and I feel fine. I want to thank Donald Trump for once again saving America. And as my president and personal hero, once again, we owe him a great debt of gratitude. God bless America, and God bless Donald Trump. I personally approve this message.
It soon emerged, however, that there were several side effects to the Donald 20 virus, including a shrinkage of the hands, oranging of the skin, mutation of the hair, and an urge to say the word China badly.
Mr. Trump, you never told me about these side effects or nothing. I mean, look at my hair. Look at my lovely hair. Huh?
Is this the patient?
You a doctor? I'm not a doctor. Could be a doctor, but I'm not a doctor. I was a doctor. Might be a...
Sir, could you say the word China?
Dana. 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 Dana.
No, sir, it's China.
China! China, say China! China, say China! China! Oh, please make this go away. This ain't the America I signed up for.
The Donald 20 virus has proved to be highly contagious and has escaped from the laboratory in Texas. It is now spreading across America at a rapid rate. Donald Trump denies this, however, and says this virus too came from China. And in a bizarre twist to this story, a medical company in Hanna, Montana, has developed a new virus to combat the Donald 20. This new virus, dubbed the Miley Cyrus virus, kills the Donald 20 by licking it to death. In a statement, Hanna Medical announced that it hit the Donald 20 like a wrecking ball. And on that breaking news from Washington, back to you in the studio. Brian there in Washington. Finally, we go to Des for the No Sports News. Des.
Hello, and welcome to the garden here at the back of TY Studios. Now, in the absence of any sport to speak of, we've decided that we're going to get in old sports stars and talk to them and reminisce about the old days. So we have Joe Brally with us today. Hello, Joe. How are you keeping?
Sure, I'm grand. Sure, isn't it a grand soft day for it? That's a lovely shirt you're wearing there, Des.
I bought this in pennies a few years ago now. There's a rare thing, you don't see pennies anymore. They're closed. Apparently, Joe, when they open, it's going to be bedlam. Anyway, before we start our little chat, we have to go to Marty, who has a little bit of reporting to do on the GAA situation across the country.
Thank you, Desmond. Marty here reporting for TYTV. And as you can see here, there's nothing happening on this pitch or any pitch across the country at the moment. There's no sports, nothing at all. In fact, I don't know why you keep sending me out to these pitches. It's ridiculous. In fact, I don't think we're going to be seeing this all year. It'll be as rare as hen's teeth. Back to you in the studio.
Marty there, looking a bit stressed. Joe, speaking of stress, you must have experienced a lot of stress on the football pitch in your day. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
We weren't like the players of today now. Oh, namby-pamby and where's my massage? No, we just got on with it. Mind you, I do remember once I was bursting for a whittle in the middle of a match in Clunas. The game was very tight, so in the end, out of desperation, I had to...
Let me stop you there. I'm just getting a report that Marty has some breaking news, Joe. We go to Marty.
Breaking news here, Desmond. There's actually something happening on a GAA pitch here in Ireland. There's two youths and they're walking past. I know the bigger fella. He's a transition year locally here. I'm going to see if I can get them to do something. Here, lads. Do us a favour, will you? Kick that ball around a bit. Ah, that's lovely, that is. That's lovely, Daddy. That is lovely. That is a real demonstration of the youth of today. You little pukes. Suppose I'm going to have to go get the ball, am I? Fine. Back to you in the studio.
Very disappointed there for poor Marty. I thought we were going to see some action. Poor Marty might be losing it a bit there. He's under tournament right now. We have to go back to Marty again. Right.
Lost it, have I? Carl, I'll show you sport. You never kicked a football in your life, I'll tell you that much now. Watch this. This is the greatest sport you'll ever see.
You got really burned there, Dales. That puts you back in your box.
You certainly did burn me there, it's true. I never have kicked a football in my life. But anyway, I think poor old Marty, though, I've never seen him so angry. I think he might be losing it. Actually, we have to go back to Marty now. Marty.
Right, come on, give me the ball, I'll shot him. That's the ball, that's the ball. Oh, here he goes. Martin's in. Right, Desmond. Oh, yeah. How's that for sport? Huh?
Well, Joe, at least we got to see a bit of action there, at least.
I actually quite enjoyed it, Dales. I mean, the marking was poor, but that said, he had to be played the right ball. And once he was through, he took his point very well indeed. Sure, let's be honest here. It's still better than the garbage they trot out in Ulster.
I'd have to agree with you there, Joe. Back to you in the studio, Ray.
And that's all from us today on TY61. Thanks for watching and take care.